Raphael's breath caught. His heart skipped a bit as he marveled at the beauty before him. Though he hadn't felt his legs in years, he indeed felt a startling sensation shot down his spine, accompanied by butterflies in his stomach. A feeling he had never felt ever since the accident. This girl had aroused feelings in him that he thought were long buried. He looked mesmerized like he had seen an angel. Indeed, Tamara looked stunningly beautiful, not to mention the nurse uniform that fit her well and emphasized her curves. She was the most beautiful creature he had ever seen. Beautiful, very pretty, he murmured, almost involuntarily, his voice trailing off. Sorry, what was that, Mr. Rayful? Tamara leaned in, feigning innocence, her eyes twinkling. Realizing he'd been caught, he quickly straightened, regaining his usual grumpy mood. I meant beautiful morning indeed, he replied curtly, the slightest flush creeping up his cheeks. Trying to mask his embarrassment, he snapped, What are you doing here? Didn't my mother tell you not to disturb me during my morning meditation? Tamara, unfazed, simply smiled and gave a quick nod. Apologies, Mr. Rayful. I'll make sure to get your schedule from Mrs. Bennet. She gave a cheerful wave as she dashed back inside, leaving Rayful with a curious feeling he couldn't quite shake. She was different, he thought. Annoying, yes, but different. Inside, Mrs. Bennet handed Tamara a folder containing Rayful's daily schedule and a list of his usual activities. She glanced at her with a knowing smile. You did well, Tamara, she said warmly, but keep in mind, he'll make life hard for you. He's an expert at driving people away. Tamara squared her shoulders, determination glinting in her eyes. Don't worry, Mrs. Bennet. I'm tougher than I look. And indeed, Rayful wasted no time testing her resolve. That very afternoon, Raphael called her into the study, demanding coffee, strong and without sugar, he insisted. Tamara made the coffee exactly as he'd requested, but when she handed it to him, he grimaced theatrically. What is this? He grumbled. It's bitter. Did you forget the sugar? Tamara blinked, struggling not to laugh. But you asked for no sugar, Mr. Rayful. Well, I've changed my mind. Bring me a fresh one, and this time, get it right. The entire week unfolded much the same way. He'd complain about the bath water being too hot or too cold, the music being too loud or too soft, the room temperature, even the angle of his pillow. But Tamara took it all in stride, responding with her usual warmth and cheer, refusing to be rattled. After 2 months, Tamara had survived what no other nurse had managed to, the Rayful Bennet initiation. But she knew she needed a way to reach him beyond the endless demands. One evening, she went to Mrs. Bennet with a proposal. A series of outings. Small activities to ease him back into the world he'd left behind. She'd spent hours researching his life, studying family albums, his old interviews, awards, and magazine features. She'd combed through his social media, taking notes on his favorite places, his favorite music, even snippets about his friends. Mrs. Bennet reviewed the plan, her eyes softening as she read the itinerary. Tamara, it's wonderful, but are you sure he'll agree to this? Mrs. Bennet was excited about Tamara's proposal, but she was not sure Rayful would approve it. This might be exactly what Rayful needs to recover fully. Tamara shrugged, a mischievous smile playing on her lips. He'll agree if he wants me gone, she said. She then went to Rayful as he sat in the study and told him about the proposal with events and activities outside his usual schedule. She said, I noticed you do not go out a lot. I think you need to get away from home and see other people besides your parents. Tamara then added that if he agrees to go out to the places she recommended at the end of the 6th month, she will leave the job, so that he can live his life in peace. However, she gave one condition. Before the 6 months, she was in control of all activities and events, and he had to listen to her. Rayful also made one condition, that on the last day of the 6th month, he will also make one request. Whatever the request was, Tamra was just happy that by the end of 6 months, she would have gathered enough money to take her through the first 2 years of university. She also agreed to Rayful's condition, since it looked like both of them were benefiting from the collaboration. Eager to get rid of Tamra, Rayful, who had initially rejected the proposal, later agreed. He stared at her, frowning. "Fine," he muttered, "if that's what it takes to get you to leave." "Perfect," Tamra said. "Then it's settled. Tomorrow, we'll start with a simple walk in the park and picnic." She gave him a cheeky wink. "Better rest up, Mr. Rayful." That night, Tamra lay awake, both excited and anxious. She had a chance to make a real difference, and though Rayful puts up a tough front, she sensed something vulnerable beneath his defenses. He appeared tough and rude, but she believed he was soft and kind. Tomorrow, she hoped, might just be the beginning of something new. The next morning, Tamra burst into Rayful's bedroom and said, "Good morning, Mr. Rayful. What a beautiful day it is." Rayful, embarrassed and angry that he was not fully covered, shouted, "Didn't my mother tell you to knock before you enter?" Tamra apologized and calmed Rayful down, and she helped Rayful freshen up for their outing.